All right, everyone. Good morning. This is Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and welcome to the single instrument lesson, Piano Day 3. Okay, this is Piano Day 3, and so basically we're going to do a review of our C major scale, okay, what you guys should have been practicing, okay, our C major scale, but we're going to review each hand, but now we're going to put it together and learn how to do it in both hands, okay? That is the trick now. That is to see how well you've been practicing, of course, okay? You should have been referring to the chart. Okay, my patron members, you should have been referring to the chart where you've been practicing the right hand going up and going down, and then the left hand going up and then going down 10 times each, okay? Now, the trick is, how do we do that different finger movement, okay, that different coordination? How do we do that with both hands at the same time, okay? This is definitely a challenge, okay, but it's definitely something that can be done. Now, the only other thing is I'm going to alter your view a little bit, okay? Not only am I going to show you the keys and what it should look like in that sense, but I'm also going to show you the C major scale as it would be written on a piece of manuscript paper. Okay, what am I talking about exactly? Okay, so here I have it written on a piece of manuscript paper. I'm going to give you a close-up. Okay, it's got the music staff, which consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. Okay, and I'm going to show you what that looks like manuscript paper wise. Okay, that's just okay. I'm going to show you that very same thing, except I'm going to show it to you right over here so I can point out every detail when it comes to what you should be looking for when it comes to sheet music, piano sheet music in particular. Okay, so let's get going, guys. Here we go. I'm going to bring my camera over. Okay, again, this is not something that you need to have right now. Okay, and I'm going to lower this actually. There we go. I think that should do it. So let's take a good look at what I have written here on my manuscript paper. Okay, so just get myself a pencil so I can indicate everything. Okay, so here we go. So what we have here are 2 clefs, okay? Call it clefs. We have the treble clef, okay? I'm going to write it over here. T-R-E-B-L-E, clef, okay? And then we have the bass clef, B-A-S-S-C-L-E-F, okay? So that is our treble. This is our treble clef. This is our bass clef, okay? All right, you know what? That pencil is not quite doing it, so I'm going to use my pen so you can see that a little bit better. Okay, once again, so we have our treble, T-R-B-L-E, clef. You can write this down if you guys want. It's okay, but you don't necessarily have to, because this will be on the practice chart today, so that you can use as a reference in your practice. All right, so there we go. I think that should do it a lot better. Okay, so we have our treble clef, T-R-E-B-L-E, clef, C-L-E-F, and this is what the treble clef looks like. It looks like that fancy S thing that you've probably seen on different musical decorations and notation and such like that, like a fancy S looking thing. And then we have that bass clef, which looks like a hook with 2 dots, okay? So you have that. Now, what does that mean exactly? When it comes to our treble clef in particular, our treble clef is indicating to us anything from middle C. Take a look at middle C over here. I'm pointing at, that's our first note that we play. Anything from middle C and up, okay? So we're talking about all the higher range of notes, which, what does that mean? As we've learned last week, that everything that we played in the high range was in the right hand, okay? So in the treble clef, anything that we see notation-wise in our staff, our musical staff, which consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines and 1. Look at where I'm pointing to the space in between the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So when we have 5 lines and 4 spaces with this particular symbol, okay, the treble clef symbol, that means we are playing notes that are in the higher range, which means we're going to utilize our right hand for that, okay? But when we see our bass clef, now any notes that are written in bass clef, the hook with the two dots, that is the lower range, okay? In which what does that mean? As we quickly learn from middle C, and let me point out middle C actually in the bass clef. In other words, this middle C and this middle C are actually the same exact note. They're the same note, okay? So from middle C and below, okay, that is our lower range of notes, and we learned that we will be playing that in the left hand, okay? So basically, if we are seeing any notes in the treble clef, we're using our right hand, which is our higher sounding notes. And anything that's written in the bass clef is going to be for our left hand, which is our lower sounding notes, okay? Just a little FYI, I wrote this name, Melina. That's actually the name of my daughter. I was giving her piano lessons, and this is what I wrote for her so that she could practice, okay? So we have the right hand treble clef, left hand bass clef, all together like so, okay? And all the notes are lined up from low C in the bass clef, from the low C going in step motion all the way up. Notice how it's going from the space to the line, space, line, space, line. It's following this staircase motion all the way up to middle C, okay? And then all the way back down. Basically the way we played our left hand. And same thing in the right hand, where we start from middle C and go D, E, F, G, A, B, high C. We get up to high C, and where we started. Low C where we started, up to middle C, back down to low C, and then that's in the bass clef. And then again in the treble clef from middle C up to high C and all the way back down to middle C where we started, okay? So that is the C scale. Notice again, I've got them basically one on top of each other. So there won't be so much space. Notice how I do happen to have a staff, a whole set of staff lines in between, okay? And that's just for spacing because I've added in the letter names to each note. And of course, the numbers are the fingers, the fingering that we should be following, the finger coordination that we should be following, okay? So I've added that. So in order to kind of make sure I had enough space to write all of this, I kept this set of staff lines in between. But in actuality, whenever we start to play music in using sheet music, okay, whenever we start to play anything using sheet music, what we're going to be seeing mostly is something like this. So if you take a look what I'm doing here, I am creating what's known as the grand staff. So you're going to have your treble clef, okay? That's not the best treble clef I've ever written, okay? But this is just to save time, okay? And then you have your bass clef. It's just because I'm in this awkward position with the camera in front of me, okay? It's not the best, okay? But ultimately, you will see what they call a grand, what is called a grand staff, okay? A grand staff which has the bass clef, the treble clef and the bass clef combined together. You see this bracket that I drew here? This bracket combines both set of staffs, and then this is a bar line. Everybody say that, bar line. Okay, you'll see a whole bunch of set of bar lines, okay, as you go through it. All right, there's a whole bunch of bar lines all the way through, okay? That's what's going to occur. Then you'll have a set of notes. You'll have a set of notes that will be in the treble clef as well as in the bass clef, okay? There'll be lots of markings and things like that. And what basically that is telling us is that everything that we're playing in both the right hand and in the left hand are going to be lined up together. They'll be lined up. Now, mind you, there'll probably be more, actually, definite. There'll be some differences in rhythm, some differences in melody, and all of that stuff, okay? And even in harmonies, okay? There'll be differences between the two staffs, but it's going to be told to us in this way that we have to play them together in both the right hand and in the left. All right, so that's something that we have looking forward to, Okay, and this is just just a little sneak peek of what you might see. I'm not putting any notes over here because we're only going to be concentrating on our treble clef and bass clef being played together. Okay, both right hand and left hand now play together. Okay, this is just, again, a sneak peek, a view of what we are to be looking forward to when we start seeing our piano music. Okay, but now take a good look again over here on the right hand. Like we learned last time, we went 1, 2, 3, and then tucked under to pivot, and went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to high C, and then back down 4, 3, 2, 1, and then pivoted over with our third finger 3, 2, 1 to end up back on middle C. But with the bass clef, we did the opposite. We went 5, 4, going up the scale from the left hand in the bass clef, lower notes, low C, starting at low C, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then pivot over with our third finger to go to A, 3, 2, 1 to middle C, and then back down to B, 2, 3, right there on A, tuck under and pivot to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I said to do this each 10 times. Now what we're going to do is we're going to play them together and see how that goes. Okay, all right. So everybody watch this. I'm going to change the view now to my piano. All right. Okay, everybody. So here is middle C. Okay, remember the two black keys and the white key just before it. That's our middle C. And then we have our next set of two black keys towards the left. Okay, we got the 3, then the 2, and we're going to start over here with our left hand. Two black keys, white key just before that. That is our low C, okay? So we're going from here, middle C to high C, and then all the way back, while in the left hand, low C to middle C, and then back, using our finger coordination. So let's just make sure we indicate that as our middle C, okay? I'm only going to do that because our focus is just making sure we have our coordinations in each hand, okay? All right, so remember what I said too, your posture when you're at the piano. Make sure your back is straight, your feet are flat on the floor, okay? So that you have some stability there, okay? If you happen to be one of my students where you're on the short side and you can't quite reach the floor, maybe if you're tall enough, you can definitely scoot your bottom over to the front of your chair or your bench and make sure your feet are flat on the floor. If you're still too short, even then, okay, make sure that you're still at least utilizing a straight back, okay? Sometimes even a stool, sometimes like a little footstool can help if need be, okay? Especially for my younger students, if moms and dads are available and watching this, you could put a little footstool right over there so that there's still some kind of counterbalance between your feet and the rest of the body. But otherwise, okay, backs are straight, your shoulders are relaxed. When you approach your hands onto the piano keyboard or your piano, whatever you have, your fingers are bent, okay? Your fingers are bent yet firm. Your wrist is up and even and stable, okay? So this is our right hand. Here's middle C again, okay? We're going to use our thumb for middle C, your index for D, your middle finger for E, okay? Fourth finger, F, and your G on the fifth finger, pinky, okay? So now let's go over our coordinations really quickly, okay? For our right hand only, then we're going to go to our left hand, and then we're going to attempt to do both, okay? So here we go. Let's start with our right hand. We have 1. Play with your first finger, your thumb, 1. Then you release and go right to the second finger for D, third finger for E, and hold. And then you're going to tuck under and go right to your F note with your thumb, and then bring all the other fingers over. So 1, see all the fingers come over like that. And then again, then we go to G for 2, A3, B4, and C, high C, 5, fifth finger. Now come back down, fourth finger to B, third finger A, second finger G, first finger F and hold, and then over, pivot over with your third finger on E, and your second finger D, middle C on the first finger. Boom, just like that. Let's do that one more time. Here we go. So we go 1, everybody with me, 2, 3 and hold, then tuck under and 1, then 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now everybody back down. 4, 3, 2, 1 and hold, and over with your third. 3, 2, and 1, and off. Okay, so that is our C major scale in the right hand. Let's go to our left hand now. Okay, here's our lower C, low C right there. 2 black keys, white key just before it, which is an octave apart from our middle C to our low C. This happens to be our high C over here to the right, just FYI, okay? So again, 2 black keys, white key just before it, okay? So now we're going with our left hand. Everybody bring your left hand, bent fingers, okay? Bent and firm fingers, wrist, stay up and even and stable, okay? Have your 5th finger for your low C, D, 4th finger, E, 3rd finger, F, 2nd finger, and our 1st finger on G. So you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so there you go. It should look just like this. So you're going to start with our 5th finger, okay, to review our left hand by itself. 5th finger plays your low C. Everybody, let's do that together and go. Okay, then 4th finger on D. 3rd finger on E, 2nd finger on F, 1st finger on G, and hold. Now, over, pivot over with your A on the 3rd finger, 3, right? And then 2nd finger on B, and middle C, 1st finger. And let's go back down. B, 2nd finger, 3rd finger A and hold. And tuck under this time to pivot over to your G in the 1st finger. And everything comes over. And F, 2nd finger, 3rd finger E, 4th finger D, and 5th finger low C. Okay, just like that. By the way, this is a reminder. I am going to be frequently looking at the comment section. If you guys have any questions while we're doing this, there's no shame, no harm in asking those questions. I'm going to be frequently looking to see if you guys have any questions during this lesson. So please, by all means, ask away. Anything that you're confused about. I'm going to keep repeating a lot of stuff over and over again, of course, but sometimes that isn't enough. Sometimes you need to ask a question right then and there, and you're not entirely sure, and no question is a bad question. So please, by all means, my friends, my students, if you have any questions while we're doing this, please type it in the chat right now so I can attend to that while we're doing our lesson. Okay, so let's move on. Let's continue. We're going to do our left hand again. So again, bent and firm, okay, and wrists up and even and stable, and make sure your posture is still good. You make sure that your posture is still, your back is straight, your shoulders are relaxed. And let's start with our low C again with our 5th finger. Everybody follow along with me. Here we go. And 5, 4th finger, 3rd finger, 2nd finger, 1st finger and hold, and then over, pivot with your A in the 3rd, 2nd finger, middle C, 1st finger. Now back down, everybody. 2nd finger, A, 3rd finger, and hold, and tuck under, go right to your G right there, and 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger, 4th finger, D, and back to low C, 5th finger, and off. Okay, guys? So that's how you do your bass clef, your left hand in the by itself. Okay. Now here comes the challenge. We got to do both hands now at the same time. So I want you to follow along very, very slowly and carefully with me. Okay. We're going to do this together. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand, middle C with your thumb, align all your other fingers with every white key there, okay, bent and firm, and then same thing in the left hand with your starting in your pinky, low C, and all the other white keys there, okay? Bent and firm are your fingers. Both wrists are up and even. Back is straight. Shoulders are relaxed. Okay, let's do this together. So let's have both C's in your pinky and your thumb. Okay, everybody play both your pinky in the left, your thumb in the right. Play your both C's right now and go. Okay, so very slowly. We're going to go to our next note, which is our D. In your left hand is your fourth finger, in your right hand, second finger. Everybody play D now and go. All right. Now here's the really interesting part. The E in both hands, okay, is both on third finger, okay, so that you don't forget. This is a very good way of kind of making the connection. Both hands are going to be playing the E in your third finger, okay, which is your middle finger. Everybody play your E next and go. All right, great job. And now everybody go go do this in your right hand. You're going to be pivoting, tucking under your thumb to go to your G. However, in the left hand, you're going to be using your not your G, your F. You're going to pivot over your thumb in your right hand only is the only one that's pivoting to your F. However, in the left hand, your index, your second finger, will be playing the F right there. So everybody, let's play it together. Make sure you move your right hand, okay, tuck under with your thumb, okay, and everybody play both F's and go. Okay, notice how all of my other fingers in the right hand move over. Okay, now we're still right here where our thumb in the left hand is going to be playing the G, while our index in the right hand is going to be playing the G. Okay, right there. Everybody play your both G's and go. Okay. Now, hold it right there. Keep going. We're going to now pivot with our left hand. Third finger is going to go to A in the left hand when we pivot. But here's the other interesting thing. Our right hand is going to be playing with our third finger, our A right there. So basically, when we're going up two in both hands, both A's are going to be played with our third finger, our middle fingers in both hands. Everybody play your A's right now. Go. Okay, now we're right here with our two B's. B in the left hand is your index, your second finger, and your fourth finger in the right hand for B. And everybody play both B's and go. And now your thumb is in the left hand for your middle C, while your pinky, your fifth finger, is in your high C in the right hand. Everybody play both C's and go. And now, everybody, let's go backwards. Go back down to B. Okay, it was just a note just before. Everybody play your B and go. Okay. Now, both hands will be playing A in the third fingers. Third fingers of both your hands. You're right at A. Everybody play that and go. Okay, but now hold it there, because guess what? Your left hand is going to do a pivot, tucking underneath with your thumb, going right to your G, which is right next door after your A in the left hand. However, your G is going to be played in the right hand by your index finger. Everybody play both G's and go. And all the other fingers move over in the left hand. Okay, we're still right over here in the right hand, about to play our two F's. Okay, thumb in the right hand F, index in the left hand F. And let's everybody play both F's and go. All right, now hold it right there. Keep holding, and we're going to now tuck over. We're gonna pivot over. Third finger on E in the right hand while we pivot over. While guess what? Third finger in our E going back down is already set in your left hand. So everybody play both E's in your third fingers and go. Okay, and everything moves over like so. And now everybody play your D. Okay, this is us descending. Let's play our D in both hands. And our C's, the middle C and low C, in pinky and thumb. Okay, thumb in the right hand, pinky in the left. And everybody play your C's. Go. Okay. All right. Shake out those hands. That was probably very, wow. That was a lot. Okay. That's definitely a lot for the first time. Shake them out, shake them out. You know, massage your hands a little bit. Now, again, as I said before in the previous videos, if you have any pain in your wrist, okay, there might be something wrong with your technique. You might be lowering your wrist too much. You're bending them this way when you're playing, which is no good. Make sure they are up and even. Okay, make sure that you are doing that so that this way there is no tension in those wrists. Okay, again, just reminding everybody, you have a question, please do not hesitate to ask away in the comment section while we're doing this. Okay, let's do this again, shall we? Let's keep going. Here we go. We're going to put both hands on. Okay, both hands on. Here we go. Middle C is in your thumb in your right hand, while low C you have in your pinky in the left hand. Okay, wrists are up and even. Fingers are curved and bent. Bent and firm, I should say. I always have this habit of saying curved, okay, which is the same as bent, okay? But I want to make sure that the firmness is really, is intact. You are firm in your fingers. You're not, just loose. No straight fingers, by the way. Definitely if your wrists are going low. If your wrists are starting to go low, then it's going to automatically give you the want to straighten your fingers because you're reaching desperately to get those notes. You don't want that. That is poor technique. Up and even, and your fingers are bent and firm, okay? Always maintain that. If you feel yourself slipping into this, fix it right away, okay? Fix it right away even as you play, okay? Just fix it, be aware, okay? This forces us to be aware of our bodies and what we're doing, okay? So here we go. Everybody, let's play both C's. Notice my two fingers wiggling over here, thumb in the right, pinky in the left, okay? Everybody play both C's at the same time, and let's do it. Play. Okay, now, next note, both D's, okay? Ring finger in the left, index finger in the right. Everybody play both your D's and go. Okay, now we're going to play both our third fingers in our E's, both E's and third finger. Everybody play it. Okay, now after that, your right hand is pivoting, tucking under to go to your F. When your thumb, playing F in the index finger in your left. Everybody play both F's and go. Everything moves over in the right. And now play your G's in left thumb and right index. You're both G's. Everybody play both G's and go. And everybody now with your left hand, pivot over with your third finger with A, third finger on A in the right hand also, okay, and everybody play both A's and go. Okay, and everybody, I think everything moves over here on the left, and now you have both B's on your index in the left, ring finger on the right, and everybody play your B's. And now play both C's, thumb in the left, pinky on the right. Everybody play both C's. Good. Now everybody go back down to your B's, index in the left, ring finger in the right. Everybody play. Then both third fingers for your A's in both hands. Everybody play both your third fingers A and go. And everybody with your left hand, tuck under to go right to your G with your thumb, while index is playing your right index is playing your G in the right hand, and everybody play both G's and go. Okay, now everybody play your F's. Index in the left, thumb in the right F. Ready? And play both F's. Okay, now you're pivoting over by going over with your third finger to your E in the right hand, while your third finger and E in the left hand is also playing. Everybody play both E's in your third fingers. Go. And everybody, let's do our index in the right for your D, ring finger in the left for your D. Everybody play both D's and go. And everybody play both C's to finish it off. Pinky in the left, thumb in the right where we started, and go. And done. Okay, shake it out a little bit. Shake it out a little bit. Great job, everybody. You're doing fantastic, okay? Now, let's pick up the pace a little. Not too much, but just a little bit. Picking up the pace a little bit to just go right through. Again, even while we're doing this, you have any questions, it is not too late. Just because it's 10:30, Eastern Standard Time right now, just because the half hour is pretty much up. We're going to do this one more time anyway. Yeah, we can go a little bit over. That's okay, just to make sure that we have everything. But if you have a question right now, please ask away, okay? So both hands on, one more time. Let's pick up the pace a little bit, but not too much, not too much, okay? Everybody, play your both C's and go. Now both D's going up in both hands parallel. Go ahead and play both D's. Now play your both E's in your third fingers and go. And right hand tucks under to your F in your thumb. F over here in your index. Play both F's, please, and go. Everything moves over on the right, and play both G's is the next note going up. Everybody play both G's. Now, pivot over with your third finger to your A, third finger in your A in the right as well. Everybody play both A's. Okay, play the next note up, which is our two B's. Everybody go ahead and play B. And everybody play your C's in the next note going up. Go ahead and... All right, now everybody come back down to your B again, back to your B. Okay, both third fingers in your both A's. Everybody go play your A. All right, left hand tucks under to go to your G. Next note, your G going down in the index in your right. Everybody play your G's and go. And now everybody play your F's going down. And now pivot over with your third finger in your E, third finger also an E in the left. Everybody play, go ahead, E's. And play your D's, next note going down, play your D's. And finally your C's in both left and right, and go. Right back where we started, okay? Great job, everybody. All right, now I'm just going to, so that's how we play our both hands in the C scale at the same time. I'm going to bring the camera over to me so I can talk to you guys. Okay, so basically you got to see how you can play in both hands, okay? Going up, going down. This is a challenge in itself because what the right hand is doing is different from the left, and you're trying to play it at the same time, okay? But ultimately, okay, you guys have to take it slow 10 times a day, all right? Every day consecutively. Do it 10 times a day and take it very, very, very slow, okay? Eventually, you guys will be able to play it a little faster. Once you get really good with it, you'll be able to go a little faster than what we've been doing. And I'm doing the same coordinations, but very smoothly. Notice how smooth the tempo is as we're going along. Okay. Again, this drill gets us to know our C scale very well. At the same time, also gets us to work our coordination so that it can be a very good help in any other song that we get to play. Okay. And then, of course, the goal is to be able to play it even faster than that. Oh, I just messed up there. Okay, I was a little over ambitious there. Okay, but yes, I can normally play it at that speed. Okay, but again, the idea is we get to doing our coordinations. We get used to it. Our 10 times a day repetitively is going to help you with your muscle motor memory. Okay, and you'll be able to do it like you're walking down a set of steps that you've been walking down forever in your house or something like that, or going somewhere. You'll be able to walk wherever you know, very coordinatively without really thinking about it. But that's how muscle motor memory builds, everybody, by doing it repetitively over and over again, so that finally the brain can teach the muscles, can teach the fingers to do what it needs to do, okay? Following this particular technique and following that coordination, okay? Again, practice every day, 10 times a day, okay? No more, no less, okay? Don't do it too much. Don't do too much practice. 10 times a day is all that's required, and you will see the progress happening right there, okay? Guys, give yourselves a nice little round of applause. Great job, everybody. And I'm just double checking to see if there were any questions while we were here. No questions? Okay, that's all right. No problem. Guess what? If other questions come up later on, you can always post those questions on the dashboard. All right, you can always post those later on, and I will definitely attend to those questions later and try to answer for you whatever questions you need answering when it comes to that. Okay, once again, great job, everybody, and I will see you next week. Next week with something with another piano lesson. Okay, everybody, have yourselves a great day, and as always, I wish you happy practicing. Everyone, take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.